Good morning, everyone. I'm at the garden. I haven't been here for like 2 days and it's rained so much. I'm excited to show you what's going on. Everything has grown a lot. We've had some like really cooler days. Yesterday it was like a high of 56 or something and like a low of 40s in June. But I think we're out of that now, which is really good. There are so many weeds, but I will get around to that eventually when it dries up. So let me show you what's going on. Here are the potatoes. They're looking really good. We have a sunflower right there. One tomato in a cage. It's doing okay, I think. The tomatoes are getting destroyed by flea beetles already. I did spray some neem oil on them a couple days ago, so hopefully that helps. The greens are looking beautiful. Wow. I did thin some komatsuna the other day, so I could give some room for these cabbages. I have to do even more. The onions have really grown so much. Also, on a cipollini onion, I found a bloom, so I cut it off, but I haven't seen any other blooms on any of the other cipollini onions, but I thought that was a little bit strange. I know you can't really see in here, but tomatoes are in here and some herbs. I checked on them the other week and they all look good. The herbs are still alive, so that's really good. Here are shallots looking so beautiful. Peppers and eggplants are under here and they're still alive, shockingly. They don't really look like they've grown much, but they're alive, so that's good. And we also have cucumbers coming through the ground. I need to make a trellis for them for sure. It's another thing on the list. Look at the beans. Oh my gosh. They are all doing so amazing. Wow. Maybe some didn't pop up. That's fine. I will definitely be planting more. Here are the cipollini onions. I don't see any more of those like flower things coming through. It was just on one. So looking good. They're looking really thick. Okay, we have one squash plant right there. Yellow squash. I had to plant more zucchini because they never germinated. So we'll see if we can get those to germinate. And then a loofah right there, really looking so sad. Yeah, I don't know. I have suspicions of an animal coming and eating seeds, and that kind of looks like a squash seed. Out of the ground, nothing inside. There is a hole in that corner by the pole that I keep covering up. So yeah, I don't know. Some kind of rodent, I'm thinking. And oh my goodness, look at these snap peas. Wow, they look so good. They're growing up. Some of them are attaching to this fence already. I don't see any blooms or anything, but they will be coming soon, I'm sure. This whole area is like a mess of weeds, but also there are flowers in there somewhere. I think these right here are flowers, and they're all kind of randomly dispersed in here. So frustrating. Carrots, you can kind of see them right there. Also blended in with some weeds. I could probably plant a little bit more, and yeah, don't talk to me about the weeds, please. We have garden peas along this fence right here. Definitely blending in with some weeds, but they're getting taller, which is good. And our mushroom pile over there. Yeah, no mushrooms yet, but I think it's doing okay. We'll never know until we see a mushroom, I guess. That's all that is happening in the garden today. Hopefully there will be more exciting things happening soon. We're definitely in the June gloom phase of the season right now, for sure. It's like constantly overcast. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm gonna go on a bike ride, my first bike ride of the year. My bike was kind of buried behind a bunch of stuff in the garage, but I got the battery out, I charged it, it's ready to go. So I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna go bike. My plans are to go get some boba because there's a boba place right up the street and that sounds so good. And then go to the garden. I get really nervous about riding in the street and there's a few spots where I'm gonna have to be like in the street, but hopefully I can just go and do it instead of avoiding it because I'm afraid, which is something I'm really good at. Anyway, here's the fit, a sweater I wear literally every single day, and I'm wearing some jeans because my bike bruises the absolute crap out of my legs, and I'm hoping these like thicker pants will help with less bruising, but I don't know. Okay, let's go get some boba and go to the garden and get some fresh air. I did it, y'all. I got boba and I'm at the garden. It is a beautiful day. Oh my God, look at the clouds. Stunning. So I brought the hose so I can water, but I really don't think I need to water. So I don't really know why I'm here. You know, I'll just check on it. I did bring my watercolor set though. So I don't know, I might find a spot to hang out and like do some watercolors or something. I don't know. We'll see. found like a perfect spot to sit under a tree, 2 giant trees actually, and I have my watercolor stuff. I don't know, there's like a bridge over there, so I'm not like an artist. I'm just gonna like sketch and like have fun with it. Let's see what I can come up with. Okay, like I said, I'm not an artist, but I don't know, I feel with watercolors, it's kind of like you have to layer a lot. So you gotta like lay down a base color, then go over it with some darker colors to kind of get more depth. So yeah, it's like a work in progress, but I'm working away over here. I'm so afraid it's gonna rain because so many clouds keep coming in, but then they go away really fast. But here's my progress so far. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. I know not much of an update, but I am so cold. I'm gonna go home now. I almost brought a sweater, but then I left it in my garage. But it's so windy that I have a chill. So I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna head back home. I'll have to come back out here though, because it's so nice out here. And there's so many birds and there's some wildflowers popping up. I love it. It's just been such a good day. I recommend doing art, even if you're like really bad at it, like me. You don't have to be like the most perfect artist ever, but I don't know, just have fun with it and create some things, you know? So today I am heading south and driving to meet someone that I messaged on Instagram. She has a fiber farm, so I asked her if I could just go volunteer and help her with her animals one morning, and she said yes, which was really exciting. I definitely put myself out of my comfort zone doing that, but I made a new friend, and I'm really glad that I reached out. The first thing that I helped with was packing these bags full of straw for her goats and sheep. Yes, that is indeed a turkey behind me. His name is Ben, and he is just the sweetest guy I have ever met in my entire life. Her goats just had babies, so I got to hold them. They're so cute, and we weighed them as well. I also got to meet her pigs and feed them some banana and an entire raw egg, which was new to me. There you go. Is that yummy? Who likes the egg? Eat the whole egg?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh! Okay. The pigs were so sweet. I just loved them. And here I am feeding her alpaca. She had just gotten these alpaca, and they are just the sweetest animals ever. And they're so soft, and they're just so fun to observe. I just loved watching them do their animal thing. They were just the nicest ever. I have been really up close and personal with a llama before, and TBH, it was kind of scary, but these alpaca were the opposite, complete opposite. I then helped clean up the barn with Ben, and here are her little baby goats and the mama. And here are her sheep, also with 2 babies and a goat in the background. She also has chickens, of course. They were so pretty. I love chickens. I think they're just kind of funny to watch. After the animal chores were done, we then sat and crafted, which was so nice to have a friend to craft with. And then I made my way back north to Denver. A couple days later, I went to the garden to do some harvesting. Here I am harvesting komatsuna. This is the purple one. It's so stunning. I love the purple komatsuna, but I have to say that it did indeed bolt way faster than the green one, so that was a bummer. And I also harvested cilantro. Those are pretty much the only 2 things that I can harvest in the garden right now. So on my balcony, I have a little raised bed, and as you can see, we have komatsuna bolting right there. I decided to rip them all out and then plant a fresh new batch of seeds. I kept the parsley and then decided to plant only herbs in this bed. So I wanted to give you a balcony garden update. I ripped out all the plants, as you saw, and then I planted more things. Honestly, I cannot remember what I planted, but I know for sure I did basil. This is purple basil right here, growing in, and this could be either sweet basil or holy basil. I think this might be summer savory. I also planted chamomile and more parsley as well, but I don't see any of that growing yet, so that's what's going on in here. My pansies died, unfortunately. They just got totally fried. But we do have one right here looking stunning. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. Although it's very crispy, it's still alive. So that's good. I have this beautiful larkspur blooming. It's so stunning. Oh my God. And I also have calendula. I did have a calendula bloom on there, but I just deadheaded it. I think this is a Cosmo. It's doing well, I think. Soon we will get a flower, I hope. And these are strawberries and pansies. I just picked these off this morning because I didn't want the plant to put a bunch of energy into these worthless berries, and instead put more energy into giving me roots and more leaves and hopefully more fruit. And these are also pansies. They're still getting taken over by aphids, like really bad. And then we have the mushrooms. I still don't see anything popping up in the mushrooms. I did just water it, but it still looks like the mycelium is still alive when I dig down in there, so wish me luck on the mushrooms. And that's it. That is my balcony garden update.